What's up, Creed? Welcome to your Tuesday warm-up here. We're gonna start off with an AMRAP by 6 minutes, so we're going through this as many times as we can in the 6 minutes that we have. Starting off with 30 seconds of cardio, going into 20 alternating lunges, another 30 seconds of cardio, 15 slow air squats, 30 more seconds, and 10 high jumps. And we'll repeat through all of those in 6 minutes. Starting with the cardio options, we can go into our jumping jacks here. You can do high knees as well, kind of running in place here. You can go down to the ground on mountain climbers as well. Shoulders over our wrists, get those knees to elbows, get that core fired up. You can also head outside if the weather's looking nice, grab a run, grab a nice jog, or do some burpees and up downs, or some single unders. Then we have 20 alternating lunges. All right, you can choose forward or reverse here, whichever one you feel most comfortable with. Make sure you're challenging yourself, getting a full range of motion, whichever one you do, getting that knee to kiss the floor and making sure we're driving through a nice flat foot, whether that foot be in the front and the back side, we want to drive that toe. All right, after those alternating lunges, you got 10 and 10 each leg for a total of 20. 30 more seconds of cardio, and then we got 15 slow air squats. All right, so we're taking it nice and slow on the way down and slow on the way back up. Maybe even add a slight pause at the bottom because we are going to be using a tempo with our front squats in our workout portion as well. So go ahead and get your mind ready for some nice slow, controlled squats, not running through these reps fast, but slow. Then we have 30 more seconds of cardio after that, and then 10 high jumps here. So we're getting a nice hip hinge, driving those hips back, arms fall back, and we explode up, get nice and high, we land, we stabilize, and then we re-jump. Big jump, land, stabilize, reset. All right, so not meant to be done quickly. They're meant to be done with lots of power, a little short rest in between just to reset our feet, and then we go right back into it. We got 10 high jumps there. With our Tuesday workout EMOM, we're going by 8 minutes here. We've got 2 minutes and we'll alternate between the two here. So we got 6 tempo front squats. We're using our dumbbell or barbell here. We have a tempo of 2, 2, explode, and 1. That's what the X stands for, is we're moving as fast as we can through that portion right there. And then minute 2, we have 4 high jumps, or if you have a box or some sort of higher chair, maybe to jump up on top of, as long as it's stable and we can land on top of it without it falling over, then we can go and jump on something like that as well. Metcon is going to be 16 minutes long, is what we have a cap for. We're going to try and get through all of this. We'll start here at the top left. We got 4 minutes of cardio to start things off with, 40 step-ups onto a ledge or a stair or a chair, 20 dumbbell front squats, 2 minutes of cardio, 30 sumo deadlift high pulls, 15 glute bridges, another 1 minute and 30 seconds of cardio, 20 squat jumps, and then we have 10 dumbbell front rack reverse lunges. We're going hard count there, so that means 10 each leg for the front rack lunges. So, with our tempo front squat, we got 6 reps here. We're holding that dumbbell nice and high, getting our elbows up, and our chest stays tall the entire time. Just let those hips drop down to the ground here. So we have a tempo of 2 seconds on the way down. So 1, 2, a 2-second pause at the bottom, 1, 2, and she explodes up nice and quick. Short reset at the top, then we're going down. 1, 2, pause, 1, 2, stand up nice and quick. Just like that tempo for all 6 reps here. We're really looking for good control. And when she's going down slow, she's watching her knees to realize if they're going over her toes or if they're collapsing in or going too far outside the toes, all right? We always want those knees to track directly over our toes for a good linear lineup. Then we have 4 high jumps again, which we showed you guys in the warm-up, but really try and make these as explosive as they can be, all right? That's how we're gonna try and stay young here. We're trying to keep those hips and legs moving. So, jumping high, landing soft. Don't stomp the ground when you come down to a landing. All right, make sure we absorb our weight with a nice, comfortable position. Then we have our Metcon by 16 minutes. Got a lot of movements in here, so it'd be good to write these down, and especially if you have a watch or a timer, that would help out very much so. We have our cardio options we showed you during the warm-up here. We're going 4 minutes of one of those, or you can mix it up. You can do a different movement every minute, or you could do a different movement every 2 minutes, depending on what you want to do, or you can just run for all 4 minutes there. Then you have 40 step-ups, all right? So we find a ledge about knee height or a chair about knee height that you can step up onto. You have 40 step-ups here, all right? So we're stepping up, stepping right back down, and we're going 40 reps. Make sure we get 20 and 20 on each leg there, all right? Make sure we're even. We're not just stepping up and stepping down with the same leg each time. Then we have 20 dumbbell front squats. So just like in our strength portion here, but now we're taking the tempo out of it. We're just going at your own pace, trying to get all 20 done as quickly as you can, because obviously we're working with a 16-minute time cap. Then after those, we have 2 minutes of cardio. Find your new choice of cardio option or keep consistent with the same one. 30 sumo dumbbell deadlifts. 30 sumo deadlift high pulls. There we go, 30 dumbbells, sumo, deadlift high pulls. That is a mouthful right there. So from here, notice how our feet get outside shoulder width. She hinges down, gets those hips nice and low, chest stays tall, and that dumbbell stops right about mid-shin. She explodes up through her glutes and her hamstrings. She stands tall, and she pulls that dumbbell nice and high in one fluid motion, ending with her elbows high and her wrist right below them. All right, keeping that dumbbell close to your body, straight up, straight down. Then we have 15 dumbbell glute bridges. So we down on the ground in our glute bridge position here. We're gonna place a dumbbell across the lower part of our hip here, and we're gonna push that dumbbell away from our chest to make sure it's supported. We're gonna bridge up, all right, driving those hips as high as we can. Smaller range of motion here. We're trying to create as much distance from our hips and the ground as we can by squeezing those glutes and hamstrings by driving through our heels. All right, the heavier the dumbbell, the better, because we only got 15 reps there. Then we have a minute and a half of cardio, and then 20 squat jumps. All right, so right here, kind of combining that high jump with a squat. We're getting nice and deep here first, and then we're exploding from the bottom. All right, one fluid motion, we're sinking back down to the ground after we land. All right, and you can pause in between reps if we need to, but we're trying to make this more of a fluid motion with those 20 squat jumps. And we finish off with 10 dumbbell front rack reverse lunges. So we'll have our dumbbell in our front rack position like we did our front rack squats. And then we're going into a reverse lunge here, kissing each leg or each knee to the ground, making sure we get a full range of motion. Both legs end up at 90 degrees here. All right, you're going hard count with those 10. So 10 and 10 each leg for a total of 20. And that will be the end of that Metcon. Get after it, Creed.